All right, we're on project number 47 of 3,248 projects. So in my last video, this wall was here. Let me back it up. So this is the kitchen as the old sink. Got the floor patched in for the underlayment. This has underlayment's got to come off it. It's only 1/4 inch. It's not nailed down good either. Stove is fridge is going generally there. That is where the stove's going. That window's going. I already put that in there. But then we're at a standstill because then I have to do the wiring. And I have to figure out where the island is so I can see where that goes. My poor wife washing dishes by hand in here. Window behind the fridge is going. When I run out of things to do, those are the windows for the entire house. Sliding glass door back there. But before we got going on that, I have to move this generator that was sitting there because they're starting next week to bring the gravel in here for my garage, which I'm trying to get up before winter. So yeah, that's how this goes. And that's how you lift something. Move something, rather. It's way too heavy to lift. I just got to hook up the propane line. There was a vent coming out of the regulator, which was weird. Comes over here, it's got a screen. And then the electrician can come back in. Got to cut a hole through this pavement, which, whatever. This is probably going to get all beat up when they're working on this garage anyhow, so not worried about it. Other than that, I think I'm in pretty good shape. This propane line looks like it goes right under it, so that could be great or terrible. We'll see. So I gotta get this propane line put in. I just dug out my microphone. I haven't tried it. This is a new phone, but so bear with me. As luck would have it, these lines run right under it. Well, I can't tie up my phone this long, so got stuff to do. So anyhow, I just cut that off and flared it. If you've never done that before, I mean, there's not much to it, so you can look up a video on it. So that's connected. I have to go see if I get a PVC couple elbows, run that up in there. When I get the fill for the garage, we're going to shove some dirt around this. It'll settle in there. It'll be fine. Those bricks aren't going anywhere. So let me go back over here because I've got my gas shut off for so I have a furnace, which is, I believe that regulator is 2 pounds. Then the generator, because it loves, I was listening for the gas. Sounds like it's leaking. Maybe it was just filling the line. Didn't seem to be stopping. Oh, okay. I actually have some. So anyhow, yeah, the furnace is 2 pounds. A regular regulator for the inside of my house. This one here, the gas stove and the dryer. There's a different pressure. It's like hardly any. I don't remember what it is. This one's here, generator is either 5 or 10 pounds. So I just gotta go get my soap water and check this connection. And then that's done. Hook up my vent. Then the electrician can come back. I have to cut the trench, like I said there. And he can come back and make this connection back online. Now, I've know very little about propane, but this was leaking, so I did it over, recut the flare. Why is it leaking out by the jacket? I mean, I hate to dig that all up, but it looks like I'm gonna have to put in a new line at some point, because that's I think it's coming out by the yellow. Well, no, I don't know. I see bubbles down in the doohickey of the Wingmanier. Huh. Well, that's good to know. Alright, well, wasn't that easy. Back on the kitchen. So I'm trying to, that wall needs a ton of work, windows and all that. I'm trying to get my island laid out. My sink is in my island. So, and I can only take up so much plywood at a time. Because I got to get rid of that. And I got to get my sink and my dishwasher and all that put in. And man, I had to move this island way over because, I mean, that heat will be gone. These refrigerators are ridiculous. That's 34 inches deep. And in our other house, we had a countertop depth, which they aren't really, but they're like 3-4 inches less than that. I mean, the size of these refrigerators are getting ridiculous. Why can't you just make it 24 inches, really? Like, if you got more food than that. So anyhow, I'm nailing this floor down by hand. First of all, it's over top of an old hardwood floor, which I wish the hardwood floor would have went the whole way. I would have just stripped that and left it. But this was all patched in from the bathroom and all that you saw. So pounding nails by hand is not, yeah, you know, okay, it is my day of a good time because, you know, apparently I don't have how to have a good time. So, yep. Now I'm going to lay out this again. I had this laid out on the floor before I ran a line parallel to that wall so I could square this up when I put this wall in. Because as you see before in the video, that was I built a wall there. It's actually a dead space in there right now. It's a little overkill. I don't know where my 2-foot level is, but anyhow. Oh my gosh, you know what? You know, it's awful to be done. It really is. And you get this thing right here. Laser level. Alright. Oh, that's not going to be enough. Okay. 4 feet. This is just a reference line. Well, put it up on top of something. This is right where the hump is and the floor. Alright. Takes a minute to get it set up. 2 inches, that's about where I moved it. A little bit too much. Just a tad. Smidgen. Bit of a whisker. Alright. Boy. This would be helpful to have somebody. It's really hard to adjust anyhow. You move that in the tiniest bit, and this end, 42 feet. All right, I'm gonna get my marker. Keep tearing this linoleum up, and then I have my lines are gone. No, I get that far, but I just want to get the longest distance I can. Was I good? There. Yeah. And I'll put a line down through there. And I got a chalk line that I don't think it's from the moisture, but it's the worst chalk line I've ever owned. I've just put chalk in it and it's just still lousy. So hopefully she'll come around. Yeah, some chalk come out with it. That's good. That's a good sign. Alright. That's better. Alright, so now I have my parallel line. Now I have this cabinet where I want it set. So I'm going to give me a marker line. Oh. Well, yeah, I do. It is set. It is where it's set. I'll show you what was puzzling me. I forgot. I had marked that corner, that end panel. That end panel's going on here. So I had marked that, and I was thinking that's where my corner of my cabinet was, but it's not. So yeah, we'll get back to that. We're gonna so now I'll get a line here. So this is gonna be 23.5 right there. No sense of going on to the linoleum because it's coming off. $23.5. That's my toe kick. Not the face of my cabinet. Alright. I'll move that back. Snap a line there. I'm really trying to get the next 4 feet. The cabinet there and my kitchen. Yeah, my sink cabinet. That's what I'm really trying to get. Because if I can even get that much fastened in place, that'll be great. So I just cut my parallel line, laid my square on it. Square, that's a level on the line. So I was hard surface, took my 4-foot square and redrew it, and it came exactly on that line because that wall is perpendicular to that wall, because that's how I laid it out. So that's wonderful. Perfect. There's certain things that kind of amaze me about this house. 38 1/8. 38. 38 1/16. 38. This is the back of the cabinet. 37 7/8. 38. 37 15. That's the high point. Right there. 37 13/16. 3/16. So, 1/4 of an inch. So, I don't know if I put this in a video, but I did go for the plywood cabinets because I just can't stand the other stuff. And look how the back pieces are put in. So, when you screw it to the wall, it actually just doesn't rip that off. And then we got these blocks that are glued in. And on some of the tops or the bottoms of the cabinets, man, that's crazy with the glue. It does not hurt my feelings at all. So, yeah, we did go with the plywood, but I think it's just well worth it. There's quite a few layers. That's some pretty good that's nice plywood. So, anyhow, I thought I'd point that out. Backs and everything. Now, usually you wouldn't have a back on your sink basin sometimes. Actually, I have panels on the back of this that are similar to that. I had to buy an extra one because this is like 9 feet long and the panels are 4. So I'm going to really end up wasting one. I'm going to put one in the middle and cut the 2 side ones so it's symmetric, even though you're not going to see it. I will. Okay, so what I did here was I marked my toe kick. Toe kick's a 1/2 inch each. 1/2 inch thick. Because actually I've got toe kick for it too. So I'm going to take this first one and I put some marks on here. I'm just going in 1/2 inch so this will, yeah. Okay, there's that one. I want it straight. So I'm going in here 1/2 inch. Okay, 6 foot level. Where's that? Okay. Save yourself some work. I marked where the cabinets would go to. Hopefully it works out. And then shimming will be a little bit of a pain because these will be in the way, but I'll just go side to side, or I can get the edges. I wouldn't shim in the middle anyway. Don't shim in the middle of the cabinet anyway. And let's see if they fit. Usually mess things up 2 or 3 times before I get it right. I don't know if that works for you guys. At my end. I got 3 inches from my end to my end panel. Okay, that's hitting that. What did I tell you? Oh, that line's messed up. Yep. All right. Didn't mark them clearly. Dingleberry. No, I do see my mark now. I didn't mark them while they were up there. I should have had them while I was sitting there. I should have marked where the edges are. But, you know. Still doesn't work, I'll take them off and start over. There's an issue with doing these while you're trying to live here too, is I dinged up one of the cabinet doors already. I assume I did get up. So the problem with these things are, you get them, you have 24 hours to inspect them. Well, I don't know if many people that put in their cabinets within 24 hours when they get them, and I don't have room to open them all. So if you remember, this is, okay, so this is a high point right here. So what am I gonna do? What I'm gonna do, it's just a game that we play here. Gotta start somewhere. I know this is low. Come in here. Now I felt it hit on that back corner. So, perfect. Right there. Oh my gosh. I can't make this up. So, why that's high right there? This is where the chimney was. Okay, there's a great big giant. In the video, the last video I just put out, there's a big giant. I don't know if I put it in there because it didn't come out very good. I was crawling around under here. It's a giant stone foundation here, like way bigger than it need to be for the single flue chimney. And that's where the post, that's where it is. So that's the high part of the floor. The rest of it doesn't sag much, but you know, that's well, let me show you. Again, I'm just going with cell phone here. So that's what we got. Right there. It's beautiful. That's our starting point. Now from here we'll go everywhere, everything flat and as level as we can for that stone. It's pretty cool stuff. I was trying to figure out why my blocking was off on the floor. Well, I figured that. That's a 2 foot. I thought that was 12 inch. That's 18 inch. Because I got to move my blocking again. Yep. Duh. So continuing along. These were like the best luxury brand, soft close, everything plywood. And so here I am. I've got this nice and straight, right? All the way down there. Look at that gap. 1/2 an inch to nothing. Look at that. The faces are flush. Boy, there's no need of that. Look at from down there to up here. So I have to go by the faces, but that's pretty disappointing as much as we paid for these. Okay, still continued on, same day. A little while later. So they make these, so that needs to be cut way down and needs to be cut wider. That's a farmhouse style sink, whatever. So I'm really running into it everywhere. So look at this. Look at how much of a shim I got there. Should be the same as this. And I did a 3, 4, 5 off of here, so that's right. There's no getting around that. You know, 3 feet, 4 feet, 5 feet. Works. It is the perfect right angle. So no matter how big, or any multiples of 3, 4, and 5. So it could be 6, 8, and 10. It could be, you know, just multiple the same, all of them. So I squared that up. Man, that's obnoxious. I may be fine with the stones on it, but then I still got the washing machine, and then another 18-inch cabinet on this end. This end here would be a little bit tight, but I don't really care. I mean, you're not. If you're working over there, you're working over there. I really wanted the length of cabinet for seating. Is really what my whole deal is. I don't know how many seats you can put. 10 feet, a lot. Figure I'd line up all the grandkids there and slap them all at once. I'm kidding. Well, maybe not. Maybe some of them. But anyhow, that's the whole deal. Is our dining room set's got, whoa, up close and personal. My arm's only so long, you know. Our dining room set's got upholstered seats, which wasn't really the best idea. These will not be. These bar stools, or stools, will be something that washes. But it'd be a great place to have the kids eat out here while you're working there. And if one of them's, you know, giving you trouble, you can just reach over and slap them. I mean, the older they get, the more they need it, right? So, that's it for today. I'm going to try to finish. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. I got the guy coming to finish the generator. They're coming back the roof. They'll have that done by Saturday. I still got to take the rest of the ceiling down so I can run my new wires. But see, this is the whole thing, is getting this set up. I want to know exactly where it is for my lighting. We're going to put 3 hanging lights here, or maybe 4 or 5. I'm not sure yet. I think we actually got to buy one, throw a light bulb in it, see how much room, how much light it, you know, little experiment. But that's okay. And then, I don't know, Friday I should tackle these 2 windows, get these out of here, strip that drywall off, take this ceiling down, then I can wire that wall, put the rest of the cabinets in. But this here, I don't need to go any farther on that for now. So I got those panels for the back of that. That'll be cool. I'd go get one and try it, but it's pouring outside, so I think that's it. I think I'm about done for today.